limited sprint dash heat, won the 360 dash heat, won the limited sprint fast heat, won the 360 fast heat, won the limited sprint main event, but you only moved up from 6th to 3rd in the 360 main event, and you're kind of down in the dumps about that stuff. Tonight, it's the opposite kind of thing. You worked your butt off all night in the dash, and were you surprised you couldn't, reel the guy in the fast heat? Couldn't quite reel the guy in. You were starting outside the hole, and that had not worked earlier in the evening. Somehow you and your crew made it work, and after that you ran off the hit. Tell us about what you did tonight to finally, in the main event, when it counted, having the car as well.
Well, the crew works hard on the car. You can't take anything away from those guys. They worked all night on it, and they got it better and better and better. But one of the things is the way the racetrack is early right now. It's with the sun the way it is, and the way that we're getting water, and we're getting a little bit of that dirt out on the racetrack. It's pretty tough to pass early, and it kind of just gets everybody the same speed. So, we're not here to win every heat and every dash. It's nice to win them. It's nice to win like we did that one night, and that was a little bit of a bad night at the finish. But, we're here to win the main. That's where the money is, and that's where we work the hardest to try and get. So the guys worked and worked. We tightened the race car. We had hardly any air pressure in both rear tires trying to get a hold of this racetrack. And we had the wing as back as far as we could get it. We had it up as high as we could get it. We had the right rear tucked in as far as we could get it. So we didn't have hardly any stagger in the race car. So, kudos to my crew, and they give me a great race car to drive most of the time. And that's what got us here. And as far as the start goes, I knew Rob was going to be hard on the start. He had jumped both guys in the heat and in the dash, and had a couple car links on him going down the straight stretch. And he had the sticky part down there where it's all brown coming down the front chute there. So I knew I had to get a good run on him, and I was lucky enough. We had some new tires on the back of the car. I was lucky enough to get a hold of the blue groove there, coming off of 4, kept my momentum up, and got in ahead of him. So that was a good way to get around that.
Yep, darn right it was. And kudos to your crew, but you also have to have a driver who can interpret what the car is doing and tell the crew, it's doing this, it's doing that, and then let the crew, do their thing. So don't sell yourself short, obviously you don't, but you're a great champion, and this was a fantastic driver for you.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much.
All right. And Marvin will be able to shoot the breeze with you too. After the races, I don't think